Oh, wow. This is so nice, guys. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? And welcome back to my coffee break conversations. And as you can see, I'm outside today. It's really nice. As you guys know, if you've been on my Facebook page at all, I've been out and about all week. And it's so cool because I really wanted to do this video outside. It's later in the evening, so I'm hoping I know the sun's going to go down here in a little bit. We usually get these really cool sunsets up here where I can see it's beautiful. And the sun is going to go down here in a little bit, so it's just an awesome place to do a video. I love it. And I'm drinking water right now. A little bit late for coffee. I've been really sleeping like a baby, guys. It is crazy. As a matter of fact, yesterday we went up to Durango, Colorado, Silverton, Colorado. We haven't been to Silverton in years. I mean, I think the last time we were in Silverton was, 10 years ago? Over 10
Something
years
like
ago.
that.
I mean, it's been a long time. Really nice. It was like tons of snow. I mean, I'm surprised. In the middle of June, guys, we had like, if you go up to the high passes, I think it's a 13,000 foot pass or better. You go up and up before you get to Silverton, if you guys have ever been there. And that was like this deep snow and just patches everywhere. It is so crazy. And it was like 63 degrees out there, which was nice. I mean, you think that it would have melted all the snow, but it was a beautiful drive. We went down into Silverton, did some fun things, looked at the train. Really nice place to go. So we had fun doing that, and we're just out and about this week. And I thought, and there's bugs flying around. There's like gnats for some reason just flying around me right now. I don't know why. But I thought this week would be really cool to just sit here and talk about how far you've come. How far you've come in life, how far you've come maybe, in your business. And sometimes we look at things from a different perspective, right? I know for me, I have looked at things as not how far I've come, but I have a tendency to look how far I have to still go. And I have caught myself doing this like all the time where, oh my gosh, I didn't get this done, or I didn't get that done. I didn't get very far. And I feel bad, right? Afterwards, I feel like I didn't accomplish anything. It made me feel like insecure. It made me feel not confident when I looked at it from that perspective. And so when you try to think of how far you've come, you want to look at more on the positive side. Even, we were talking about that, I think, a couple weeks ago, where the littlest thing matters. It doesn't matter what you do or how much you do. It matters who you're being, and it matters in time. It's like a snowball effect, right? So we can do the littlest thing each and every day to improve, and that turns out to be a really big thing. So, like, this week I've had I was walking out here, taking some time for myself, and just sort of thinking and clearing my head, and it dawned on me about the subject of how far I've come, how far you've come. And you want to look at that from a standpoint of success, because if we go around looking at things of, oh, this is how far I still have to go, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get down on yourself. You're not going to move forward. It's just going to be really difficult for you to do anything at all. And for example, I'll give you, and I think I did this before in another video, but I'll kind of give you this example. For me, I would say, when I look back at my life 10 years ago, just 10 years ago, I can see a significant difference from 10 years ago to now. And even in the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years maybe, I want to say, I've seen a difference of, oh my gosh, and there's just bugs flying around here. I've seen a significant difference, like just a couple years ago, where I was and where I am now. And it's interesting to look back and go, wow, I have actually come a long ways, even though in my heart, even though at first I didn't think that, I thought that I was still in the same place. My mind wants to go back there. My mind will still try to take me back there and go, oh, Donna, look how far you still have to go. And, you know, when I became, I would say, more aware, consciously aware of it, is when I started to catch myself. And I go, okay, wait, no, I'm not going to do that crap. How far, how far do I have to go? And I get depressed. It's like I have to stop myself and say, no, Donna, look at how far you've come. Look at the struggles that you've been through. Look at what you've gone through and how you still came out on the other end. And, you know, we have a tendency to think that, well, during our weakest points in life, we kind of think that we can't get through it, right? I know I've thought that way. When bad things happen or challenging things happen in my life, I tend to think in that moment when I'm going through the struggle or I'm going through whatever it is, I feel like I can't get through. I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I'm not going to get through this. And the thing is once I get past that and I end up getting through it, then I look back, right? Because we all look back after the fact. I look back and go, wow, I did get through this struggle, or I did get through this challenge. And when you do that, you want to celebrate it. In other words, celebrate in yourself, and I don't care if you go out to eat, I don't care if you watch your favorite movie, whatever you want to do, or celebrate, give yourself, I don't know, go get your nails done, whatever you want to do. That celebrate that moment when you know you've gone through it and you're on the other side and you look back and see how far you come. Celebrate that, guys. Absolutely celebrate it. Because if you do that, each in a little bit, like, for example, the other day, it was really hot out here and I wanted to get some exercise in or some, get moving a little bit. And it was kind of hot and I was struggling. To get through the walk. I was struggling to get through, all the things of just keeping myself active because of the heat. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh, but once I did it, it felt amazing. Okay. So I think looking back, you want to always be looking from the present time, looking forward. And I think some good advice would be not to look back in your past and bring up going, oh, well, I didn't do this. I wasn't able to get that done. I don't feel like I accomplished nothing. You're down on yourself. And that is not conducive or what's the word I'm trying to think? Conducive, right? I think yeah. It's not conducive to what you wanted. It's what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. It's a detriment. It ends up throwing you back in the past. It ends up messing you up again, and then you're in this vicious cycle, this vicious circle. So, and the sun's trying to get in my eyes, guys. So if you see me squinting, I'm over here like, but yeah, that's one thing I would suggest is just really not focus on the past. Celebrate the little small wins that you have. You've heard me say this before. And like getting out like this, it has helped me quite a bit this week to get out and just clear my head. And I was able to reflect. On how far I've come. Since the last time I was out and about, we've actually come to this spot a couple times in the past, and it's really nice. It's really kind of a nice place to be. And so we decided to come back here. And it's been a really long time. And by just getting out, like when I said yesterday, we went to Silverton and to Colorado, I had a lot of time to sit there and just really take in everything, take in the beauty, take in all the things that were available, the snow, the smell of the mountains. I got out and I just breathed in really deep, and it was amazing. And at that moment, I was able to see how far I've come since the last time. And it's interesting because there's people that I know too that I can see a difference in myself per se where I was a couple years ago with these people than I am now. And I see a lot of things differently now that most people don't see. And that's because I've opened myself up to looking inside. Like, and I know you guys probably are tired of me saying this, that you have to go within, you have to go in and work and do the inner work inside. You will always hear me say that because, guys, as a life coach and other life coaches out there will tell you the same thing. If you want anything in life, I don't care what it is, anything in life, you have to do the inner work. You have to be able to open yourself up for change. And are people going to come and hit negative vibes with you? Are they going to, give you negative feedback? Are you going to have haters out there? Yes, you will. You will have haters. You will have people that don't agree with you. You will have people that just flat out think you're weird. I mean, and frankly, I used to kind of worry about that in a way. And it's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm me, I'm being the real authentic self as I want to be. I'm free to be who I want to be. And the thing is I don't need to be tied down by other people's opinions. I don't need to be tied down by other people's view of me, their perspective of me. And that is very liberating. When you get to that point in your life where you just flat out let that stuff go. And you focus on your present, you focus on your goals, your dreams, what you want to do in life. And I think that works into so much of also how far you've come because you can see how much you've grown. And it's also interesting, I think, to see the people around you that maybe haven't grown. And I can see that more. I can see that happening around me. So, I don't know if there's a lot more to say. I mean, there is a lot more to say, but I mean,
another thing there is out there is don't expect others to grow in the same way that you do.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own thing in the way of growing, and be it that they find growth in a religious endeavor,
yeah.
or be it that they find growth in going out and becoming a monk.
Yeah.
Or
whatever
they
it
find
is.
growth in something as simple as meditation or yoga.
Yeah.
or just they find growth in something as simple as a book, what's coming to mind is Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yeah.
That's still growth.
Yeah, personal development or anything like that. Yeah.
On the religious, you don't have to necessarily find a religion. You just find something that you resonate with.
Yeah, exactly. Because
on the meditative, you again find something that you resonate with. If your personal growth is like finding a sport or a hobby that you're heavily into, then you find other people with like mind that you resonate with.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe find a trail that you really love or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can't expect everybody to have the same type of development as you.
Yeah. Well, everyone's and everyone's at a different, like you said, everyone's at a different level. And people may not always understand what you're doing or anything like that. And that's okay. If they don't understand it, it means they're not ready. And like you said, if it doesn't resonate with them, that's okay. You just be your real self, be who you're going to be. And don't judge yourself, I don't think either. Don't judge yourself for how far you haven't come. I think a lot of the times we tend to do that. We judge our own selves going, well, I really didn't come that far. I really didn't do the things I wanted to do. I'm just terrible. you know, and we're the hardest on ourselves. I think not it's, you know,
Yeah.
others. We are the hardest on our own selves. We're our own worst critic. Yeah, that's how I was gonna say it. We're our own worst critics. So others might not see us that way, but we might see ourselves as like, oh my gosh, I have so far to go, and then others might see a different perspective.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, and then you're all just down on yourself. Where others might view your perspective differently. They might say, well, hey, what are you judging yourself for? You accomplished this, you did that. You did what most people aren't willing to do. You went out and chased after your dreams. You went out and accomplished this goal. You went out and you got through that struggle where most people wouldn't, you know. Others can see different things in you than you can sometimes for yourself.
Or
So-
vice versa. They may not see anything where you know what you have done.
Yeah. That too. That too.
So hang on to that reality.
So I think it's just, and again, this is again with a mindset and inner work type thing. It doesn't always come, it's not going to come to you right away. I mean, if you've been the type of person that just is always down on yourself, you're always just, you know, you feel like you could do more, but you just down yourself all the time. It's going to take time to get out of that. It's going to take time to change your mindset and change it deep in your soul and get that, you know, resonating through your entire body. It's going to take some time. So don't like beat yourself up if you like backslide. Yeah. Don't beat yourself up if you backslide, because I do that. Guys, I've done that a lot. And you just have to catch yourself when you're doing it. Okay. And really, again, just be mindful of what kind of information you're taking in for yourself. Be mindful of the people around you. Be mindful of maybe catching, you know, how we're around people, and sometimes if they're in a really low vibe mood, it kind of it's contagious. Watch that kind of stuff.
In a funk like a skunk.
Yeah, in a funk like a skunk. That's a good one. Hopefully there's no skunks out here. I know there's mountain lions out here though, because when I was walking around earlier, I saw these huge prints, and yeah, I know what a mountain lion print looks like. There's mountain lions around here. There's coyotes, and there's rabbits. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff around here. Bobcats. Yeah, it's wild. It's pretty wild out here, which is kind of cool because I like doing that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, you know, just concentrate, guys, on how far you've come, and it doesn't have to necessarily mean your business. It's just, it could be any aspect of your life, how far you've come, maybe in growth and development in your personal life, your relationships, again, your religious, spiritual life. It's not just about business. It's not how far you've come in your business all the time, because to me, business and life is the same. It intermeshes. I know a long time ago, the old belief used to be never mix personal with business. But you know what, guys? When we're an entrepreneur, it's a lifestyle. Our businesses is a lifestyle. They interconnect.
It's not just our businesses. We have a tendency when we work someplace to take things personally.
Yeah.
Because you've done this job personally. You have this belief in what you've done personally. You know, you have certain views on things personally. It becomes personal. Not, you know, it in that evil word, you know, 3-letter word, G-A-O-B.
Yeah.
You know, it is part of you personally. It literally takes up part of your life.
A lot of, yeah.
Literally.
A lot of part.
I mean, just
of
flat
life.
out, it takes
Yeah.
out part of your life. And it depends on how much of your life you let it take up. Some people just say, oh, I just go there to make some money and whatnot. It's still part of your life. It's still something you do with your life.
Yeah.
And how you view it and how you act towards it is something that you have to be aware of. You have to embrace. I'm not going to go over there and be all happy with your job. I mean, it's your job. Yeah. Where also, I think in entrepreneurship and your personal business and things like that, you embrace it a lot stronger.
Yeah, you do.
It becomes a lot more deeper and in depth with you. It allows you to go in a direction that really you're really enthused with and you resonate with. You hop out of bed early to do. Okay.
Yeah, and
so I mean,
it becomes. I think it becomes more of a, like I had talked about, a cellular soul deep level, which is a very different level than maybe somebody who's at a 9 to 5 and just hates their job and they're just there for the paycheck, right? It's kind of a different way of thinking. And like you said, if it again resonates with you and it's part of you, it's going to be a lifestyle. Because especially with entrepreneurs, and some jobs you're able to have that kind of freedom. They allow you that kind of freedom. Some places will, but like if you're in business for yourself as an entrepreneur, you have that freedom to be able to mesh personal with business. And that's how it works. It's not, people think, oh, I have to separate the two, and it becomes a big challenge. And it just, when you try to separate the two, it's like trying to separate your emotions from your physical body. I mean, it really cannot be done, and if it is, it's just really going to hurt you.
I hate my left arm. I'm just going to take it off and throw it away.
It's like that chopping off your left arm because I want it separate. Well, it's going to cause you a lot of pain. It's the same thing. It's a lifestyle, and you want to create space for that lifestyle. And I think that works in so well to seeing how far you've come, because I used to think that way when I was working at a 9 to 5. I would think, okay, work time is 9 to 5, then after 5 o'clock, I'm on my own. It's me time, or, family time, or whatever. And then I'd go back to work, and I had that separate mindset, like, no, these are two separate lives I'm living. And I really thought that. I had two separate lives, but what I didn't know is I brought it all home anyway. So, I mean, and, oh, well, the sunset's going to be pretty, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see that. I don't know if we can turn it might mess it up. No,
well, I can turn it.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Yeah, see if you can. Guys, you want to take a look at that. I don't know. And in between the trees, it's just not fully down, but it's going behind the clouds.
Okay.
So hang on a second. We'll see if we can get that for you.
If I don't fall over. Here we go. Yeah, it's more behind a cloud now.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, did you have anything else to add? Or, well, I think, it went behind the cloud more because, yesterday, it was a bit prettier yesterday, I think, because there's some clouds over there, but each night it's been really pretty, guys. So we thought that we'd give you a little bit of an extra there. But I think, unless you want to add anything else, I think we might close out, because it's going to start getting dark, and then the camera's going to start doing weird stuff. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this segment. thank you for joining me. And I am so happy to be out here doing this for you, bringing these videos to you. This will probably be up on Saturday because tomorrow we need to find a place where we can get into a little, we have, I think, good internet, but I want to see if we can get the video up. So it'll probably be Saturday. Be looking for that because, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Okay, guys, well, you have a really, really good weekend, and stay tuned for next week. I'll be talking to you again on my coffee break conversations. Bye, everybody. Take care.